we are going to bring up our last speaker. We have Alan, who's going to come share with us a little bit about zeal and where he's going to take us.
Thank you very much. The Elvis. Who saw the Elvis movie? Anybody see that movie? Anybody see the Elvis movie? Yeah, that was a good movie. I really loved that movie. He was dancing, and he actually was in a black church where he learned his dance moves at and his music and everything. You know, he was in a gospel church. I was like, okay, brother got a little soul to him. You know, it's really good. I'm really grateful to be here. It was actually, I was in the library some time ago, and as I was in that library, I ran into Isabel, and I was actually there for a meeting with a guy about how to manifest with a lot. And I'm like, this should be interesting. I'm like, this would be interesting. You know, it's a very interesting thing, and I feel like there's a divine synchronicity in everything we do. You know, my perspective of winning the lottery is that if you woke up, you won the lottery. Right. Every breath. Yeah. Every breath. Yeah. You woke up, you won the lottery of life. You know, you're alive, you exist. You know, if you can walk, if you can talk, if you can dance, if you can smile, those are all lottery moments. You know? So it's having that true level of abundance. It's experiencing that. And let's encapsulate an idea that we call zeal. Okay, I studied the word. You know, before she told me about it, I haven't really heard of it much. You know, I was all here, we go back to school. I'm looking through the, encyclopedia, the dictionary, trying to define this word. And what occurred to me is that it's an energy that animates us to do what we love. And what I've learned from that is that zeal is not something we have. Zeal is something that we are. Now, instead of acquiring zeal, it's more about accepting that you are zeal and uncovering that. And so a lot of people are talking about, zeal in the positive direction, zeal in the negative direction, things like that. What about the people that don't have any zeal at all? You know, they've done a study on the people that was, that are less likely or more likely to, do damage to themselves in any way. It's the ones that are like, oh, I'm gonna hurt myself, and they're really passionate about it. The doctors consider them, they're not really that high risk, they're still animate, they're still like, there's life, there's vitality there. But it's the ones that's like, I don't like my life, I don't want to live. Those are the ones that are very high risk, because that life animation, that zeal is not there. See, so there's things they look out for. So we've uncovered that we are zeal. What I'm going to talk about are 5 things that blocks our zeal. 5 things. There are going to be different things for everyone, but these are 5 things that I've come across that it blocks a lot of people's zeal. First thing that blocks our zeal, we don't believe in ourselves. Plain and simple. We don't believe in ourselves. We doubt ourselves. I gave a TED Talk a couple of years ago. I gave a TED Talk, very blessed to be on that stage. And I talked about how there's a little voice in our head that always talks to us about every single thing. And it's not what happens to us, it's what we tell ourselves about what happens to us that impacts the very nature of our life. Indeed, what we tell ourselves is actually what manifests into our life. Someone says, oh, I'm starting to put on pounds. They go see their grandma. The grandma's like, oh, baby, you're getting big. You're not having circumstances happen to you. You're having circumstances reflect what you're telling yourself. So therefore, if you don't believe in yourself, you're not, it's not that you don't believe in yourself, it's that you believe that you don't believe in yourself. Thus you manifest the experience of not believing in yourself because it's obeying your belief. So if you believe that you're not worthy, that you're not accepted, that you're not powerful, you're going to manifest a situation that creates that very same thing. You're going to manifest playing a freaking bingo game just to lose, just to prove your point, because creation will never deny you your power, even if you're using that power to not believe in yourself. If you're using that power to put yourself down, you're actually using your power to put yourself down. Who's stronger, a tiger or someone who's able to create a cage that shrinks a tiger? You're shrinking yourself with your unlimited creative ability. You're shrinking a tiger down to the cage the size of a cup. So even if you don't believe in yourself, you're still powerful. Because you're shrinking an unlimited creator, because you're all unlimited creators. So no matter what, whether you believe in yourself, don't believe in yourself, guess what? You're still powerful. It's just what do you want to do with your power? What do you want to do with your zeal? What direction you want to take it? Because wherever you set your sights, you're going to go. You're going to get there anywhere. Second thing that blocks our zeal. Entertaining friendships and relationships that are not for you. Entertaining friendships and relationships that are not for you. I've learned that they say that, we are who we surround ourselves with, right? I'll take it to the next level. The people that we surround ourselves with are reflecting aspects of ourselves that we see consciously and aspects of ourselves that we don't see consciously, unconsciously. Someone may say, oh, I always get people that talk too much in my life, right? Or I get people that talk too much. Maybe there's someone in your life that feels you talk too much. And you're not understanding it, so you're experiencing it from a different perspective. So you can be like, oh, okay, that really sucks. Now I'm taking more compassion to my life. A lot of times we attract people to our lives that are exaggerated versions of an aspect of us that we either accept or don't accept. Every single person, your creation engine is on 100% of the time. Take responsibility for the people that keep showing up in your life and look into yourself and see, why am I attracting this? Why am I experiencing this? They're like, keep calling this towards me. So it must be something to look at. Otherwise, God will not keep sending this example to me.
Yes.
And it's just that simple. Here's one of the things I accepted some years ago that I'm doing this to help others accept as well. You are responsible for everything in your life. You don't get what you want, you get what you expect. Somebody says, oh, I'm about to go and play basketball game. They lose. Oh, I knew I was going to lose. I knew it was going to happen. I'm going to apply for this job. Oh, I knew I wasn't going to get the job. So understand that when you have people in your life, actively choose the people that you admire. Actively choose the people that resonate with you or who you're choosing to be. And then if you notice that people just keep popping up that you don't prefer, evaluate what aspect of yourself is attracting them. And then evaluate what gift maybe you have to give them. Sometimes the best gift that you can give someone in their entire life is just to say, no. I appreciate, but I don't enjoy our connection. And it's just not for me. Yeah, I think you're an absolutely amazing person, but in terms of my life, not right now. It doesn't resonate. If it changes, I'll call you. We'll attract people that will help us strengthen our ability just to say no. Because a lot of times we're like, oh, I'm just going to let them stay there until they eventually fizzle out. You're going to keep on attracting people that's going to help you understand the power of just saying no, thank you. I like to not right now, because it can change. Not right now, okay? Third thing, oh, this is good. Trying to fit in. Trying to be something you're not so you can be accepted by the people outside of you. What was this quote that said? It says something along the lines of like, too many people are buying things they don't want, trying to be something that they're not to impress people they don't even like.
Will Smith.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Will Smith, yeah. So it's almost like there's this level of acceptance where it's like, man, it's like I crave acceptance. I crave to be accepted. But I'll just give you the end game. You're craving the acceptance of yourself. That's what you're craving, the acceptance of yourself. That's where it starts. You'll have people in your life, right? Let's just use a number scale, where your connection with them, some people, it feels like it's a -1. Every time they're like, they're around me, I'm like, -1, right? Then there's the ones that's a 0. Okay, they're neutral there, they're there, it's whatever, it's a person in my life. Then there's ones that's a +1. Oh, that's a +1. Okay, I love this person, they're absolute gold, Most people have a mix of all, right? Some people say, how do you attract more positive ones, or how do you do away with the negative ones? I'll give you the secret. You look in the mirror and you say, do I see a 0, +1, or -1 when I look in this mirror? Because whatever you see in yourself, it's going to manifest into your life. So if you want to attract more +1s in your life, look at yourself and start to conceptualize how can you see yourself as a +1. How are you a +1? How are you a positive? How are you adding on to people? Start to really grasp that. And the more you grasp that and accept that, the more you reflect that aspect of you from others. The more you'll see that. See? So that's what that's really about. You know, there was this time where I was thinking about, you know, there's this idea of the popular kids, right? Like in high school and the popular kids. And I was very, very small in high school. I was like 5'4", 125, 130 pounds, super skinny. They called me Chicken Little. It wasn't cute. Okay? I was really small, but I was happy and I was funny, right? And I love that aspect of myself. But there's this idea of the popular kids. And there's this part of me that the jocks and everything, I don't feel like I fit in with the you know, the people that were like the jocks, that energy. I just didn't fit in with that. And you know, and what God occurred to me is that, you know, sometimes you don't fit in to these groups because you're here to redefine what popular is. And so I say that to you. Are you trying to fit in with an idea, or are you redefining what the new popular is? Someone was mentioning vulnerability. Who was mentioning vulnerability again? The power of you? Yeah, exactly. That can be the popular thing. You see? When you see it from that perspective, now people are like, yeah, I'm gonna be vulnerable. You know, I'm gonna go lean more into that. That can be the popular thing. You know, we as human beings create and define what's popular. I'm asking you to be a thought leader in it and not a follower. Be a leader in it. Create it. Simple as that. See, so this is the fourth one, almost to the last one, is fourth thing that blocks our zeal is trying to just survive and not thrive. Trying to just survive and not thrive. This is a big topic for this for a lot of people is the idea of money. Yeah, it's almost like, A lot of us, we walk with these money beliefs where it's like we have this idea of what we want, but at the same time, we got to come to reality and what we have. Like, oh, that's just the way it is, the way money is. I got to work to pay bills and do that and just live my life that way. You know, some people feel like the money is like an uphill slope, right? It's like an uphill slope that is always against the grain. They're swimming and they're barely above water. You know, money is an energy. It is an energy. And this energy of money is something that follows your belief in your action. Your belief in your action. You know, you say, oh my goodness, you know, it's such a struggle, you know, money, it's such a struggle. And then God gives you an opportunity to add value to others in a way that could make money. You're like, not right now. Nah, I'm not gonna pursue that. No one does that. I gotta get back to this thing I don't prefer. You know, I have no issues with jobs. I have no issues with anything. Only thing I have an issue with is doing what we don't prefer. There is enough abundance for you to make a full-time living doing what you love. There is enough abundance. How many of us here have had unexpected bills come in the mail? Unexpected bills that just came up out of I feel like it just take money out of your account. It's taken out of your account.
All those subscriptions.
Subscriptions, Netflix, all of this stuff, right? Tire, all of that stuff. There is enough abundance where you can have unexpected payments to you. Unexpected, like literally, like I did not expect this $500 to come out of nowhere into this. And there's enough abundance for you to experience that. Surviving is doing enough to get by. Thriving is living your life, and you're getting by so well that you're inspiring others to do the same. Money is no longer an idea of working for. Now your money works for you. It follows you. It is you. It's with you. You live in abundance. This is a frequency that can be acquired by absolutely everyone here. I truly believe that one of the languages of money is evaluating the house where we grew up. Whenever I do a coaching or with people, because we talk about money a lot, is I always ask, I say, close your eyes. Actually, let's do this right now. We'll do it right now. I got a little bit of time. Let's do it right now, okay? Everyone close your eyes, okay? Close your eyes. Go to where you're 12 years old in your house with your family. Sit in that for a little bit. You're at the kitchen table with your family. You're 12 years old. Now imagine your family talking about money. What are they saying about money? Say it out loud.
Nothing. We can't afford that.
Nothing. Can't afford that. Can't afford that.
This bill, that bill.
This bill, that bill. What else are they saying about money?
Support my budget.
It's not part of the budget.
Oh, it doesn't grow on trees.
It doesn't grow on trees. Yet banks have branches.
Maybe if you'll save up some allowance.
Maybe you'll save up some allowance.
We don't have enough of it.
We don't have enough of it. See, you can open your eyes now. This is the story, the understanding of money that runs in the background of our subconscious mind. So therefore, we're always working against the belief of that. The way that we start to heal that and transform that is by sitting with that story, hearing that story, and you becoming your own parent and talking to your inner child saying, this is the truth about money. This is what we can now accept about money. And you can step into that. You can believe that. You can be the parent that you always craved growing up. With yourself, all in your mind, sitting down in that with meditation. And I'm telling you, the results of that can be astronomical. Money is actually a very easy thing to acquire. What's hard for most people is the belief in acquiring it in a way that they prefer. That's a very, very simple thing. And the last thing that blocks our zeal is not loving the clarification process of life. One of my first mentors, one of my very first mentors, I had an idea of where I could either go to college or I can tune into this mentor and learn from him. This is like when I was young, I was probably like 22, 23, whatever it was, and I chose to tune into this mentor. And this was a mentor who was very money conscious. There was a month where he created over 100,000, 200,000 in a month, right? And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn from this guy, right? And one of the things that he would tell me is like, Alan, in life, nothing is negative, it's only necessary. Nothing is negative, it's only necessary. When we view it from that perspective, we can actually get the most out of that certain experience. The clarification process of life is you walking through actually, allow me to give it in a parable. Day one, I posted it on Facebook some time ago. If you've seen it, just don't act like you heard it for the first time again. Okay. Day one, I walked down the street. Walking by my business, I fell into the hole. I'm in this hole. I've been in it for like hours. I don't know how I got here. Oh my God, it's a scary hole. I don't know what I'm gonna do for now. I can barely see the sunlight. It's really dark. I need to get out of this hole. Hours go by, hours go by. I eventually find a way out. I climb out, I leave. Day two, I walk down the same street. I keep going, boom, I fell into the hole again. What the heck? The same hole I fell into again. I'm creating a habit. What am I doing? This is crazy. Why am I in this hole? I got out of the hole a little bit quicker. Day three, I walked down the same street. I looked at the hole. I knew it was there. Whatever. I fell into the hole again. This is crazy. What am I doing with my life? This is, what? I immediately got out of the hole. Day four, I walked down the same street. I saw the hole. I walked around the hole. I kept going. Day five, I walked down a different street. It is this parable that explains the clarification process of life. If you judge the hole you fall into, you're focused on it. You're going to attract more of it. No, if you go into this hole and you're just like, oh my goodness, this is the most terrible thing ever. What's wrong with me? You blame yourself. That's going to keep you there longer. If you fall into the hole and you say, you know what? This is a perfect dance floor. And you learn to dance in the hole. And they're like, you know what? Let me get out of this hole real fast. Let me fill it with water. Now it's a pool. Now I can swim in this hole. Now I can invite people to a pool party. To the point where you don't even see it as a hole anymore. Now it's a party on the street. And you do that with every street you go. This is taking the quote-unquote negative things of life and making it to your benefit. To the space where now you're living in zeal. Because everything that happens in your life is for you, is taking you exactly where you want to go. Here's a hint. Where you want to go is now. That's all where you want to go is now. There is no such thing as time. There is no such thing as distance. The entire universe, the entire multiverse, and the universe of multiverses exist in one moment of now. So therefore, as you're living in that moment of now and enjoying this thought-filled universe, you'll understand that your zeal is something that you are, that you can love, that you can accept, and then you can be a light unto others. Be a light unto the darker and illuminate others, because those others are also your zeal, because others are you. We are one. Thanks for having me.